Georgia. I grew up in a really good family, military child. My father was very strict. Grandmother, whole family pretty much raised me. Football was very big in my life. I played high school and college football, so sports was pretty big, really good student. Grew up just like the all-American kid could grow up, man. Really, not wanting for anything like that we needed. We weren't rich, but we weren't poor. I had a very serious relationship with my first, with my mother of my child. I thought I was going to be getting married. That was a big part of my life was my son, and I had gotten her pregnant. We had a son, and I started driving trucks, and I was expecting to, have just a regular life with, with my family, my son, and my wife. And meanwhile, while I was driving trucks, I was when you drive trucks, you try to stay up, and so drugs and alcohol became a pretty big prevalent in my life. Cocaine, methamphetamine, alcohol, and I kind of lost my family with that. Lost my family doing drugs and alcohol. She wouldn't put up with that and did the right thing and left me. Most people get into drugs and alcohol when they're early on in their life, and maybe in their early 20s and stuff like that. I started going downhill at 33. In my hometown, I ended up being incarcerated about, I think if I'm not mistaken, 15 to 16 times, for drug and alcohol related offenses. I couldn't control it. I couldn't stop it. The culmination of all of that, just homelessness, being destitute, being just desperate all the time, your family not dealing with you. Just it seems like it was a fight, a struggle every day, just to get high and literally too, to keep people off of you. You know what I'm saying? Being in back and forth from hotels. The streets are rough, man, especially inner city Atlanta and the surrounding area, Marietta, from where I'm from. I was involved in a high-speed chase. I got into a fight with the police. I was high on just about every drug you could be high on. I fought the cops, and I violated conditions of my probation. Got into Cobb County, and I had made it to the inmate worker or whatnot, and I got into a fight in one dorm that put me into another dorm with a guy who had stolen a van from a Better Way. Put the book in my hand and said he knew of a place to go that if I could get in there, that it would I maybe wouldn't have to go to prison. So I definitely. I was like, yeah, hey, man, I jumped on that opportunity. I didn't want to go to prison. There were several other places that I could choose from, but A Better Way, after I read the book, it sounded like this guy, Mr. Barrow, was not as one of the boys. He's one of the guys that has been down through there too himself. I mean, if you've read the book, he had been down through there, and I wanted to go somewhere if I could that at least the proprietor, the owner of it, or the founder of it, knew a little bit about where we were coming from, where I was coming from, and so when it was time for me to make a decision about where I was going, I chose A Better Way. I did not come to A Better Way to find Jesus or get any closer to Christ than I was. I came to this place initially. The first thing with me was to escape incarceration. I did not want to go to prison. I rub people the wrong way. I get into it real quick and ain't no backing down. You know what I'm saying? So I probably would have got hurt. But a byproduct of that was I did. I was definitely running away wasn't searching and seeking and wasn't running away, but he chased me down anyway here, for sure. My first day coming to A Better Way started with a ride from Cobb County to Jackson, Georgia. A lot of people have been to Jackson, been inside of Jackson, been in prison, but I've never been inside, but I have been. I came inside the gates. I sat there for about 15 minutes, let some guys out, and then I think that's God showing me how close I was to His wrath. You know what I'm saying? And giving me mercy instead. And we pulled out and we came, and they dropped me off in Sonora, Georgia. It was just like I think to myself, I'm 40 years old. Not many things startle you. It's just something I had to go through, and I hadn't fully wrapped my mind around, 18 months yet, but I knew there's something I had to do. I was mandated to it. And you get to Grace House, and then you come in there, and they get you your bunk, get you all settled and whatnot. It was just, I want to say, a little bit of a surreal moment as far as like, I had just done a lot of jail, and hey, man, I'm not in jail, but I'm not where I want to be. Being at A Better Way, you learn that that your own natural inclinations are the easiest way to approach life. You could lash out. It's easy to lash out. It's easy to be angry. It's easy to jump on people. It's easy to attack and be defensive. I think it's a little bit harder, not even a little bit, a whole lot harder to love the person that you are you feel like you're being antagonized by, to put up, to have patience with the person that, that is obviously rubbing you the wrong that day. If you don't do something that you're told, or if you do something that breaks the rules, they have things in place to where they will course correct you very gently versus body slamming you here. But the course correct, you much rather be body slammed. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate all the boundaries that it was giving me here. I made a lot of good friends down here. My core group of guys, and those guys got me through. And then Proverbs led on to everything else, a deeper understanding and wanting to read the Bible and get into the Word, and devotion. And devotion is an extreme part of my day. I have to get it. I get fed from it. I start my day every day. It ain't a buffet, but most days I get a nibble of something that gets me through the day, what God has to tell me and what God is saying to me. And I thank this place for it. I thank A Better Way for that. Going to Florida with the majority of my intake brothers was an extremely fun trip. We woke up, we had coffee with sugar, and did a great devotion with Brother John. I had some one-on-one time with Brother John. I got to pick his brain a little bit about things and get some good answers and guidance in life. Great mentor. And getting baptized, I think, when you, I've been baptized before, maybe 5 or 6 years old, probably the second time 8. I don't think you really know what's going on. I got baptized this time as a full-grown man, and I knew exactly what I was doing, who I was giving my life to. We left it all down there in the Gulf. I think it was one of the most important times of my life. Had a moment there where, if you're not really ready to give up all of the things that are causing you that real sin in your life, if you're not ready to repent from that, then don't do it. Things that I should have got, mercy and grace was extended to me every time, just like every day that is being extended to me now. I didn't realize it before, but now I see it. I see God every day, and my brothers, and the way that they walk, the way that I'm trying to walk, and the way that I feel toward things, the way that I feel toward people. I don't have that same hate and animosity in me no more, that same rebellion and bump this and screw that, you know what I'm saying, that we can all have. No jealousy, no rage I had, and it's all gone. It's all gone because of the relationship that I'm building now with the Lord. And I thank Better Way for that more than anything. More than anything they could have gave me was here was a time to sit down and discover this and realize that there is a Father above that loves me beyond any measure. And I'm just more grateful for that than anything.